Hi everyone, I'm Jehanya from SNS Academy. Today we are going to see about the life cycle of butterflies. Do you all like butterflies, children? Yeah, I know that because it is very colorful and it flies very freely. So we all like to be like butterflies. So when you're taking the reproduction in animals. Mainly, the reproduction in animals takes place in two ways. One is by laying eggs, and the other one is by live bearing. We all come under live bearing animals. Butterfly is an insect. It comes under the insect category where it has got joint legs. 6 legs will be there for butterfly, and it has got the two wings, 6 legs, proboscis to suck the nectar, all those things. So a butterfly comes in a wide variety, and all the butterflies reproduce by laying eggs. They undergo a cyclic change from the egg stage to the adult stage. So it undergoes metamorphosis. Metamorphosis is nothing but from birth till it is attaining the adulthood, if there is a drastic change in those organisms, physical changes are there in those organisms, then we call them as undergoing, then the organism is said to undergo metamorphosis. So when you take the egg compare the egg which has been laid by the female butterfly and compare it with the adult butterfly, you can see the drastic change. There is no similarity between the egg and the adulthood butterfly. Yes. So this all sorts of cyclic changes, we call it as a metamorphosis. For example, the egg is being laid by the frog and it undergoes tadpole stage, and frog with a small tail, and then it becomes an adult frog. So it also undergoes metamorphosis. We don't undergo metamorphosis. Yes, we look like our parents exactly. What only thing is we are smaller than that. So now let us move on to the metamorphosis of butterfly. How actually it takes place. So when you take butterfly, it lays eggs 12 to 10 eggs on a leaf. The leaf will be very, very nutritious for the developing larva. So what happens when the female butterfly lays eggs and it leaves it? It does not come and incubate it. So what will happen? The eggs will hatch open and a tiny larva comes. So the tiny larva will feed on the leaves. The tiny larva will feed on the leaves and it will grow in size, and it grows in size. So it is called as the larva or the caterpillar. It will be very tiny in size, and it starts to feed on the leaves, and the leaves provide them with proteins and all those things, and it starts to increase its size. So when the larva has developed to a better and big size, what will happen is it will take to the next stage of the life cycle, that is called as a pupal stage. It is called as a pupal stage, or it is also called as a chrysalis. It is also called as a chrysalis. So what will happen is the caterpillar will stick to the underside of the leaf, or it may stick to the branches or the sticky part of the plant. A part of the plant, it will be hanging down, and it develops a covering around itself by secreting some of the saliva like thing from its mouth. So it builds a covering, a protective covering and around itself, and the butterfly starts developing inside. The young butterfly starts developing inside. So far the wings are missing, the legs are missing, and all those external features which are seen in the butterfly will be developing into the pupa. will be developing inside the pupa. So small wings will arise, legs will arise, antennas will arise, and the proboscis for sucking the honey. That is how it feeds, right? It takes the nectar from the flower. So it needs proboscis. So the proboscis will get developed. And once the butterfly is a small enough and it has developed, I breaks open the pupa. So the pupa will be hanging down like this, and inside you have the butterfly. So it will try to break open the pupa, and it comes out and flies as a tiny butterfly. And now what will happen after some days, some weeks, the small butterfly will develop into a young butterfly, which is ready into an adult butterfly, which is ready to reproduce. Again, what will happen is there will be a mating between the female and the male butterfly, and the female butterfly will lay the eggs, and this is how the life cycle continues. From the egg to the larva, a big caterpillar will be formed, pupa, and pupal stage to the young butterfly stage. Then it grows into the adult, and thus the life cycle continues. So thus there are different stages which are seen in the butterfly, which is much different from the first stage to the last stage. That is why we call it as metamorphosis. Thank you.